After passing off last year's model to my brother 3500U Flex 14, I got this as soon as I saw it posted up on Reddit. I'm thankful I did, since it was sold out within an hour or two and has been since. Let's get the rundown here. Ryzen 5 4500U 6C60 Apple Radeon Vega 6 graphics 16GB of DDR4 3200 mHz dual channel RAM CL22. But that's par for the course for a consumer laptop. 256GB SK Hynix NVMe SSD 1080p IPS touchscreen W/digitizer pen included. Build quality is about as good as you can get without moving to all metal. The keyboard deck is rubberized, and the outside is built solidly, no creaking. Hinge is strong, but it opens up almost all the way with one hand, tilts towards the end. The overall design is darn near similar to last year's model, but built a bit more premium. One exhaust vent at the back, but as you'll see later, it really doesn't need to. I'm mainly focused on CPU performance, as benchmarks for this flavor of Vega 6 are all over the place already. And given the thermals I saw, performance should be what you'll find elsewhere. Long story short, roughly 10% faster than the 3500U's Vega 8 at less power. 15W versus 25W. The benchmarks speak for themselves, but I was very surprised at what this thing was capable of. I ran these on the included USB-C wall charger, which was a surprising inclusion considering the laptop has a barrel jack for power. The only thing to keep in mind is that this was tested when my room temperature was in the upper 70s to lower 80s, so you could see the temp results as a worst case scenario. 77C absolute max during Geekbench is crazy for this thing, especially considering how thin it is. Never got too loud either. Fan isn't whiny at all. Camera is acceptable, nothing to write home about, but it'll work well enough for video calls. Battery is excellent while browsing the web and watching videos. I have been consistently draining 10% per hour of use. That 10-hour claim from Lenovo seems pretty spot on, honestly. I could think of only 3 things that would make this laptop better, but all of them would definitely drive up the price / bump it up a tier. 120Hz FreeSync display. I like the crippled by 8GB RAM. ID pad Slim 7 Ryzen 4600U/4800U options for more threads. 4700U option is now available in some places. Metal construction. I'll personally be upgrading the storage, but overall it's amazing.
Update 27/2/20 resolved an audio stuttering issue by turning off Dolby audio processing in the Dolby app. Update 6 and 10/20 dropping a star. Sent original back due to crashing issues when waking from sleep. Wi-Fi also dropped occasionally and had trouble reconnecting after sleep. New unit seems to work fine. Also replaced wireless card with Intel X200 need Torx T5-bit to remove bottom panel. Much faster and no dropped connections. Still really like the laptop and Amazon's return policy. Overall usability. Everything about the laptop feels well built and like it should cost hundreds more. Incredibly fast processor, especially given the 15W TDP. The AMD Ryzen 4000 series processors 7nm Zen 2 have really improved the thermals and efficiency to the same level as Intel or better. Between the 6-core processor and the PCIe NVMe SSD, the laptop flies. Nothing I've thrown at it has been able to slow it down or make it stutter. Benchmarks comparable to my HP desktop with i7 7700 if in best performance mode while plugged in. Applications open instantly in most cases. Comes out of short-term sleep instantly. Nice webcam privacy cover. Fingerprint reader is best I've used in terms of accuracy and speed. Fans are quiet under normal loads and alone on annoying whirring when the GPU/CPU is taxed. Exterior very lightweight but not cheap feeling, and nice sturdy build. Feels like it will hold up well. Keyboard backlight adjustable. Plenty of ports. Hinges also feel built to last. Touchscreen sensitive and good feel, though I prefer matte to glossy. Works well with included pen. Bloatware almost none. Uninstalled. Skype speakers above average for price range. Not especially tinny sounding like cheaper laptops. Don't expect bass though. The included Dolby equalizer software can help improve the sound if you don't mind experimenting. Side-mounted front-facing speakers are well placed. Screen brightness Oklahoma for indoor use, but I plan to run it at 90% brightness even on battery because anything less is too dim. Colors are bright, no noticeable backlight bleed, battery life above average for price range, really quite impressive, could easily last half to 3/4 of the stated 10 hours depending on the conditions, clearly not doing anything processor or graphics intensive for the duration, but web browsing, office work, or video viewing, wireless Bluetooth, some occasional random disconnects and trouble connecting after sleep, likely due to Realtek wireless card, average speeds on my 5 GHz home network, keyboard trackpad high quality feel, you can tell when you've hit a key unlike cheaper laptops, miss the numpad, but knew it didn't have one before I ordered, trackpad not oversensitive or unresponsive, good balance, but still prefer a mouse, graphics gaming played 2-point hospital on Steam at 1080p very high graphics setting, not very graphics intensive or an FPS, but the game is newer and frame rate didn't drop below 30 in game. Game load times are ridiculously fast, downsides mediocre webcam, soldered RAM not a big deal, W16GB, but if it goes bad it is a big problem, screen may not be bright enough for outdoor use and the glossy coating leads to reflections/glare when viewing from an angle, wireless card not great, stories of poor tech support though, admittedly I've never interacted with them, asterisk don't forget to create your USB backup drive from the Lenovo website for crashes/Ray installs, or have the Windows 10 ISO handy on a USB drive and download the drivers/apps from the website.
For &LT600, there's only one thing I want to complain. The Lenovo representative knows nothing about their product. Yes, it has dual-channel 16GB RAM at 3200 mHz. It ships with the Lenovo Pencil included. Screen is only 250 nits, but I wouldn't call it a deal-breaker unless you plan to use it outdoors a lot. Plastic machine but nothing feels cheap. The hinge is a little loose to my taste. The touchpad is a little shaky. Other than though,
I am impressed for just cannot go wrong, especially for students high school or college, small business or around the house fun pros. The Ryzen 4500U is more than powerful enough unless maybe ultimate gaming or 4K video editing. Everything important is here. 16GB RAM, nice backlit keyboard, solid build, webcam, speakers, microphone, love fingerprint reader, never have to remember my password cons. Biggest con is display, can't really see outside in almost any daylight, glossy and 250 nits, but again no video through USB-C connector, so if using with external display need to unplug two cables, USB-C ampersand HDMI, small SSD drive 250 GB, but can replace, so not a big deal, keep getting cheaper all the time. Wireless card is a little dated, Bluetooth 4.2 not 5.0, and no Wi-Fi 6 support, but again can replace. Just wanted to do some programming and needed a laptop to just interact with the world, didn't feel like being locked down to my old desktop stuck in the corner. The Ryzen 4500 is more than powerful enough for just about anything you would be doing and will save you money ampersand battery life over the current Intel products currently available. Don't discount this completely.
This laptop is now in the top 3 laptops I am recommending to users who are looking for a solid, inexpensive device or a secondary computer that can handle most anything. Pros: great value, solid typing experience, W/adjustable backlit keys, physical camera cover includes stylus and holder, loudspeaker volume, a good I/O selection, Wi-Fi 6 fingerprint reader, cons, USB-C does support video display, alt mode, fans activate with low CPU usage, especially when charging. Stylus holder is awkward when starts at higher volume. Screen glare can be pretty bad. Bluetooth 4.2, no camera, Windows Hello support, fingerprint reader supports Windows Hello. This version of the Flex 5 is a fantastic computer for the price, let alone a 2-in-1. While it has a plastic body, it feels sturdy and does not feel like it should cost this little. The Flex 5 handles everyday tasks with ease, and compared to the Intel version, the ARM Ryzen 5 processor, this version of the Flex 5 5 can handle some light gaming of AAA titles like Rise of the Tomb Raider and GTA 5 on low medium settings. Screen. The 1080p screen works great indoors and is plenty sharp for the price point of the laptop, but outside or under direct overhead light, there is a massive glare and the screen can be almost unusable as the brightness is pretty dim, which is expected at this price level. Ports ampersand power. The port selection is great, though the charging situation is a little strange. There is only one USB Type-C power/data only port and Lenovo provides a 65W Type-C charger, but there is also a standard Lenovo charging barrel port. In theory, if you have an extra Lenovo charger around, you have got yourself a non-USB-C backup, though my old charger did not seem to fit stylist. It is an aluminum stylist with two quick action buttons on it and it feels really nice in the hand when drawing or writing notes. My only issue is the storage option. Not only does the holder attachment take up one of two USB-A ports, but when the pen is being stored, it covers the second USB-A port, SD card reader and power button. I feel like I know why Lenovo did this, as a majority of users may not want a stylist nor would need it attached to their device all the time. So if they physically built a holder onto the device, it could deter some users from buying the device due to the aesthetics. Trackpad. Something to note with the trackpad, as mine seems a bit loose when not perfectly flat, like using it on your lap, and makes a clicking sound when scrolling and not actually pushing down on the trackpad. Bloatware. While many companies include bloatware, Lenovo's I feel is some of the least intrusive, and the Lenovo Vantage offers some nice functionality like enabling rapid charge and the ability to toggle between performance modes, plus a few other quick settings not found in Windows 10.